Hello, my name is Darren Arvin Singh. My student ID is 18002233, and today I will be presenting on assignment 2 KAS2021 Recreational and Adventure Kayak September 2021 semester. In this video, I will be doing a comparison on the paddling techniques of a professional paddler and also a beginner paddler, which is myself. Now let's first move on to the professional paddler. Let's look at how a professional paddler paddles his kayak. Okay, now moving on to how a beginner paddler, which is myself in the video, paddles his kayak. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the type of paddling technique that you can see from the two videos in the previous slides is called the forward stroke. This is one of paddling's most fundamental stroke, and people will spend most of their time doing this technique as it involves more arm power. It is also important to know that this technique requires people to engage in the stronger torso muscles, which include the core and the back, to do most of the work. Now that we've seen the videos of the two paddling techniques between the professional paddler as well as the beginner paddler, let's compare them from side to side. The app Kinovia is used for this comparison. Now let's go deep into the in-depth analysis of this comparison. The first comparison is the catch phase. In the catch phase, the paddler should wind the torso and immerse the blade fully on one side of the boat next to the feet, and this can be seen by the image in the slide right now. Now, as we can see in the slide right now, the arm angle for the professional paddler is at 153.2 degrees, while the arm angle for the beginner paddler, which is myself, is at 157.9 degrees. Besides that, the angle between the water and the paddle for the professional paddler is at 117.5 degrees, while that of the beginner paddler is at 105.0 degrees. Now, what is the mistake that is done in this picture? The mistake is the paddle is not fully extended in front during the catch phase, as the angle of the professional paddler is higher than the angle of the beginner paddler. This means that the professional paddler has managed to extend his paddle at a further distance compared to the beginner paddler. And this is caused by the torso of the beginner paddler that is not fully winded, causing the beginner to extend the arm more in the water in order to have a more extended paddle. So that is why the arm angle for the beginner paddler is larger than that of the professional paddler. A clear solution for this is for the beginner paddler to wind the torso when he is in the catch phase. So the beginner paddler should wind his torso in this motion during the catch phase so that he can extend the paddle in a more further distance. Now moving on to the next comparison, the power phase. In the power phase, the paddler should rotate the torso as the blade moves behind the paddler, and the paddler should follow the in-water blade with the eyes, and the torso will then follow. The paddler should also focus on pushing against the shaft with the upper hand as the paddler moves. Now let's take a look side to side of the power phase of the professional paddler as well as the beginner paddler. There is a slight mistake for the beginner paddler as the paddle is not fully vertical during the power phase. As you can see, the angle is at 88.7 degrees. If it is fully vertical, it should be 90 degrees, just as the one did by the professional paddler. This is caused by the hands of the beginner paddler, which is my hands, that are placed too close to each other, causing more strength to be needed during the power phase. And with more strength, it is harder to paddle at vertical orientation. Now, the clear solution for this is to make sure the hands gripping the pedal are in the correct position, which is like this, 90 degrees. Now moving on to comparison 3, which is the release phase. In the release phase, the paddler should know that when the hand reaches just behind the paddler's hip, the paddler should slice the blade out of the water. As we can see right here, the arm angle for the beginner paddler is smaller than that of the professional paddler, as the arm angle for the beginner paddler is at 54.6 degrees, while the professional paddler is at 81.9 degrees. And this is causing a big mistake. The arm angle is too small for the beginner paddler, and this is caused by the torso not being rotated correctly. In order to fix this, the beginner paddler should rotate the torso during the release phase and slide the paddle out of water correctly. With this technique, the release phase can be done in the correct manner. Now moving on to comparison 4, hand positioning. The paddler should know that the hands should be slightly wider than the shoulder width and evenly spaced along the shaft of the paddle, as we can see in this picture right here. Now for the side-to-side comparison, we can clearly see that the two hands of the beginner paddler are too close to each other compared to that of the professional paddler. And this is caused by the hands of the beginner paddler, which is myself, not being positioned correctly before paddling. An easy solution to this is to position the hands correctly before paddling, as we can see in the picture below. Now for the last comparison, body positioning. A paddler should know that the body should be positioned upright. Fortunately for this case, I managed to sit upright and do the body positioning correctly. And with that, we have finished all the comparisons between the professional paddler as well as the beginner paddler. That is all from me. Thank you, and remember, paradise is just a paddle away.